Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. It's finished Real Madrid nil, Barcelona 1 in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final. We've got to wait a month for the next leg, which is kind of weird scheduling, isn't it? You have two cup ties across so long, but nonetheless, Barcelona will go into that game at the Nou Camp or Spotify Camp Nou with the advantage from this first leg. And you know what? If I'm Real Madrid, I'll be very disappointed with that result. I really will be because I think Barcelona created some. I think Real Madrid had more possession. They probably had the more attacking intent. But if you look back at it, I think the more clear-cut chances all fell to Barcelona, and that is something that will be a concern. But it's something we've gotten used to with Barcelona. I mean, a 1-0 result was really built on the back of a great defense. I mean, how many times in this game would you look back and say, well, Real Madrid, that was a good chance, that was a good chance? There weren't that many. I mean, there was that moment where I think Carvajal probably coasted in at the back post and he blazed the shot over. That was probably a good chance. I mean, the Benzema shot was offside, so you can't really count that. Otherwise, other than that, I'm struggling to think of opportunities where you thought, right, this is the moment, this is where something could happen. And I think that is key to Barcelona's defensive as well. It is what surprises me how bad they have been in Europe, because usually good defenses do well in the Champions League or in European knockout competitions, and yet Barcelona's defense doesn't seem to be able to do it in the big games against European sides. But in La Liga, they've just been imperious when it comes to defense. Yes, they lost to Almeria by a goal, but otherwise, they've generally been imperious in defense in La Liga in Spain. And that's saying something, isn't it? Does that talk a little bit about the just the quality of La Liga attacks? Maybe I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, it's hard to make judgments, but it was a game, and again with Real Madrid, so I don't want to talk about the fact that I think they got their midfield selection again wrong. I don't think you play Luka Modric and Toni Kroos together in a game like this. Yes, they had a good start, 20 minutes, they really went with intensity, but as happens, if you're going to play Modric and Kroos together, you lose that. The point is, once that intensity is gone, I think they tire out much more quickly. It happened in the second half as well, and I'm surprised Tchouaméni has not played more once he's returned from injury, because Real Madrid's best part of the season, which was right at the start of the campaign, was when Tchouaméni was playing and he was doing really well. I mean, I don't know whether it's fitness issues, I don't know whether it's something else, but he should be starting more. I feel like he's being eased in too much. He really should be starting now more regularly now that he's back from injury, because at the end of the day, he's, I think, critical to how Real Madrid want to play now. Real Madrid should be playing because they need a Casemiro type player in there, and I think Tchouaméni is the guy to be that. Camavinga can't be that guy. Unfortunately, he's not a CDM. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. He does the job, but I just don't think he's someone who can play. Then today, I think he showed today he was probably the worst Real Madrid player on the pitch. The number of times he gave the ball away. Carvajal probably is the close second, but he was the one who gave the ball away for the goal. He gave the ball away so many times in this game. It was a lesson for him. He's young. He's going to improve. He's going to get better. But today, I think, was a lesson for him in big game management and big game, awareness and personality and performance. Today, I think, was a lesson for him. But that goal for Barcelona comes from him giving the ball away, and it's a sloppy ball. The thing is, before that, I think Real Madrid dominated the opening about 20 minutes. But after that, Barcelona go into the game. And what happened was Real Madrid started getting frustrated. This is something that's important. They got frustrated. A couple of decisions went against him unfairly. So I would say, yes, I mean, the ref was a little bit pro Barca, probably in the first, 25, 30, in the first half at least. He looked like he was letting Barcelona get away with a lot. He started brandishing cards to Real Madrid. And basically, Real Madrid started playing the occasion rather than the game. They lost their heads. Vinicius, was storming off, getting angry. I think Modric had a little bit of a word as well. And when that happened, I think Barcelona kind of went, right, okay, so we can do something here. And I think that's what happened with Camavinga. They played. He was got a bit sloppy. I think maybe he was also a little bit, kind of taken aback with what's happening. He loses the ball. It comes out to Ferran Torres. Torres is smart because he's shaping to put it towards Raphinha, and I think that's what they all think. Oh, he's going to play it to Raphinha. So Madrid kind of gets starting a bit, but then he sees, well, he's offside, so I'm going to play it to Kessie. Because if you look at the angle of that pass, it looks like he's shaping to pass it to Raphinha, but he actually passes it to Kessie. Kessie is not offside in that situation, and I mean, Courtois puts off a good save, but it rebounds up Militao. I think it's a bit unfortunate. Nacho couldn't really play it because it came so fast. Once that rebound hit that rebound, it was just going to come so fast. Nacho was never ever going to be able to clear that ball from that sort of distance. And it's an unfortunate own goal, but Real Madrid created their own problem with Camavinga losing the ball in midfield, and that's what happened. And it was 1-0. They probably could have got another one. Raphinha actually got the beating as well in the second half. Kessie had a chance, which should have been a second goal, but Ansu Fati helped Real Madrid out by deflecting it out of goal. I mean, Fatih has this habit, doesn't he, of kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time when it comes to goal scoring. Like, he almost often takes the ball away from his strike partners, or do something there where a goal does he doesn't score himself, and he stops his teammates from scoring as well. It's just in a bad patch at the moment, I think. But but like I said, I mean, the better chances in the game fell to Barcelona, and that is what will worry Real Madrid. And that is what will disappoint them, because for all of the intent and for all the fact that they dominated the opening 20 minutes of each half, I think in the first half of the first 20 minutes and then the 20 minutes of the second half, they were the better team. In terms of attacking intent, they were the better team. But they didn't get a goal in either of those periods. They just didn't, and they didn't create any clear-cut chances either. And that is what will frustrate Real Madrid. So, but for Barcelona, I mean, this is something we're seeing. We see them win 1-0 all the time. Like, a lot of people will say, that they're lucky, and there is an element of luck. But I think at some point we've got to start looking beyond that and start saying, this is part of something. They were so defensively solid today. I mean, every time Real Madrid just putting balls in the box, and they were just clearing them out like nothing. They were just heading them out. Kounde was heading them out. Alonso, I mean, of all the players to talk about defensive result, Marcos Alonso playing at centre back, who would have thought that he did very well as well. I thought Araujo was excellent. We saw what Araujo is. Araujo played on the right specifically to counter Vinicius, in the same way that Xavi had played Araujo at right back to counter Marcus Rashford. He does that job very well. He did that on Vinicius as well. The difference is Rashford can also play centrally, and he can also use his left foot a lot better than Vinicius can. Vinicius is at times he becomes too one-footed. I think I feel today was one of those games where he lost his head after that. When he got that yellow card, he lost his head. And he just wasn't the same player after that. He just didn't have an effective game. And that's something. The good news for Real Madrid is that it's only 1-0, so they still have an opportunity to go to try and get something. I mean, it will take a monumental effort to get 2 goals against Barcelona at the Nou Camp. I mean, that's going to be tough for them, no matter what they do. But at least they have a chance. If they were 2-0 down, if that Kessie goal had gone in, I think that would have been tie over, really. But they still have a chance. But I do feel that it would take something special from Real Madrid to beat Barcelona from here at the Nou Camp. I mean, that's going to be tough. But let's see what happens. I mean, that's all we can say at the moment, isn't it? Real Madrid always managed to surprise us, so I wouldn't make any predictions just yet. But it's a performance and a result that will disappoint Real Madrid. It's a performance that will please Barcelona, and I think it's game plan executed to perfection. I think they came in this game thinking, right, let's at the very least, let's get a clean sheet, because the way that they were set up, they were very deep, and I think that was the plan. The plan was, let's keep a clean sheet, let's not let Madrid get an early goal or get any kind of advantage, and then we can try and see what we can do once we've seen that out. And they played that to perfection. A few changes that Ancelotti will have to make for that second leg, depending on injuries and fitness and all of that. But I think you can't start Kroos, Modric together. I mean, it's got to be one of them has got to drop out, and they've got to bring in Tchouaméni. Probably, again, it's form. You don't know what's going to happen in a month. But based on this game, I don't think Camavinga should start that game either. Maybe play Valverde in the center as well, and just because they've got to go for it in the second leg, they really do. But anyway, that's a conversation for a month later from now. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Of course, what do you think about Madrid's performance? What do you think of Barcelona's performance? I was impressed with their defense, by the way, really, really impressed. And that deserves. I mean, that's just Barcelona. When was the last time we saw Barcelona playing long clearances out of their half and playing long balls from their own box? I mean, that's just something. It's not the Barcelona we used to. This is not a vintage Clasico at all, but I think this is the new age Barca that we're starting to see now, one that's going to be built on the back of defensive resoluteness. Surely they will bring in more quality up front eventually, but I think for now what Xavi is doing is saying we're going to be hard to beat. We're not going to go and try to blow teams away. We're going to make sure that if they're going to beat us, they're going to have to earn it. I think that's what they're looking at. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Of course, do share your remarks, comments. Always love to hear that. Of course, smash a like if you enjoyed this video, and do subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We appreciate your support, and take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.